All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce, as usual. How you doing today? It is December 31st, 2020. Who's happy to see this year end? Not that the change of the date changes a lot of what's going on out there, but 2021, hopefully, when we say that, is just a sign that things are going to get better, because what a year it has been, has it not? So, I had all kinds of ideas I could have done for today. I mulled a lot of things over, but, I don't know. I probably spent a little too much time trying to figure it all out. So, we're going to do a little bit of on this day, what happened on this day in rock and roll. Let's start with that. We have not done that in a while. So, today in 1966, the number one song in all the land is That's Life by Frank Sinatra. Appropriate now, right? 1972, the very first Dick Clark Rockin' in the New Year's Eve debuted on ABC with the bands Three Dog Night, Al Green, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Spinning wheel, got to go round. 1974, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham are invited to join a little band called Fleetwood Mac, changing rock and roll forever. 1975, Elvis Presley makes a then record $800,000 for one performance. 60,000 people saw him at the Silver Dome in Michigan. 1976, the Cars play their first ever show at an Air Force base in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. 1978, we mentioned this band yesterday. Bauhaus play their first ever show in England. 1979, I did not have time to read more about this. All I read was that 1979, New Year's Eve, the Boss severely or moderately injured his cheek when someone threw a firecracker in the air in his direction while he was performing. 1984, famously, we've already talked about this, Rick Allen loses his arm in that car accident, the Def Leppard drummer. Fast forward to 2005, Tom Jones gets knighted by Queen Elizabeth II. There is no report as to whether she then threw her knickers at him afterwards, as one must when they're around Tom Jones. Birthdays today: Andy Summers of the Police, 78 years old. 78. Who's older, Andy Summers or John Denver? John Denver's birthday is today, and he is 77. How about that? Donna Summer, hot stuff, is 72 years old today. Paul Westerberg of The Replacements is 61. Scott Ian, the last surviving original member of Anthrax, is 57. And Joe McIntyre from New Kids on the Block is a sprightly 48. That was a lot of birthdays. All right, I just want to say, end of the year, thanks to everyone who's been listening to The Cave and your input and your comments. I love your comments. I love the discussions. I mean, just an awesome discussion about the Smithereens this week. They were the highlight for me this week. Just people getting to revisit their music. That was just really, really cool for those of you who caught that and got to listen to that. I hope you listened to some Smithereens, because that was a lot of fun. But it's been a great year. We've got a lot of fun stuff happening still. We're going to keep this thick train going. I got a lot more artists. I mean, I haven't touched a lot of artists. So we've got a lot of work to do here in the cave, and I appreciate you guys listening. So what am I doing for Song of the Day today? Well, I came up with all these songs, a bunch of them, like 20 songs. I was going to do a top 20, a top 10. Then I was like, no, let's not do that. So I said, well, you know what? 2020 was full of surprises, but there were so few good surprises. So why don't I just surprise myself and Cave Nation and pull 5 songs out of a hat, and those will be our songs of the day. So I put a bunch in my festive hat here, and let's just see what we got for songs of the day today. They were all kind of themes about the new year and that kind of thing. But let's see what we get. First of all, we've got, we did a little dance song. We put some dance songs in there, which is not typical for the Cave, but it's New Year's Eve and we need something to dance to. And this one came up, Jump Around, House of Pain. Some people are going to be really happy with that one when you play that later and you're dancing in your living rooms. What else we got? We got, The New Year from Death Cab for Cutie. This would fit with maybe the song you don't know by a band that you know, or maybe even a band you don't know. So this might fit for a Wednesday song, but The New Year, Death Cab for Cutie. Up next, we've got, a classic, 1999 from Prince. Glad that one made it. Party Over, Oops, Out of Time. Let's party like it's 1999, not 2020. What do we got? That's 3, right? We got 2 more. What do we got in here? We got, This Will Be Our Year by the Zombies. Maybe this is the song that nobody knows. This Will Be Our Year by the Zombies, covering some older music here in the Cave. What else do we got here? And last but not least, Alive and Kicking from Simple Minds. That's us, just feeling like we gotta keep alive and kick our way into 2021. Now let's do one more, just for the heck of it. We got like 25 in here, so what's our last one? One more. You Shook Me All Night Long, AC/DC. Glad we picked one more. That could be Octane Friday for New Year's Day, but it's not. But anyway, glad we got one more in there, because that one was worth it to crank it up on New Year's Eve. You Shook Me All Night Long. All right, those are my, 5, it's now 6 songs of the day to bring in New Year's Eve. Throw some songs underneath there, what your suggestions are. I don't have anything to drink in this glass, but I do have a glass to cheers people to. It's early. So Happy New Year to everyone. We'll be back tomorrow, 1/1/21, with another song of the day. But whatever you're doing, stay safe. To all my healthcare workers out there, fellow healthcare workers that are putting it on the line every day, cheers to you and cheers to everybody. Be safe. Have a good one. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.